Through the generous contribution of Dr. Lewis's family, we're very fortunate to be able to share with you these timeless recordings of Dr. M. W. Lewis, a self-realized American yogi. Dr. Lewis was Paramahansa Yogananda's first American disciple and dearest personal friend. The wisdom Dr. Lewis imparts through these teachings will give you a dynamic and practical insight into the ancient science of yoga as taught by Paramahansa Yogananda. This lecture's title is Deciding a Better Destiny and was recorded in San Diego, California on December 28, 1958.
Deciding a better destiny. If we look up the definition of destiny, it says it means preordained results or fate. The whole question of fate and destiny depends upon the law of karma. We must realize this one thing. The law of karma means the law of action. If you do something in this life, you are following a desire. And by that action, you have set up a cause which must be fulfilled. And so, in a certain way, destiny and fate are true. But in another way, they can be superseded and your fate can be alleviated. The law of karma, as I have said, means the law of action. If I lift this book up, it's bound to fall due to the great pull of gravity. And everything we do, any action that you do, lays up a cause which has to be fulfilled. If you have a desire within your heart that you want certain things, that desire must be fulfilled. Therefore, that's your destiny. And so we, all of us, have things within us which must be fulfilled, must be carried out, because we have laid up the cause for those things, either in this life or some previous life. That must happen. But it can be alleviated. And even though it must happen, still our destiny can be something different than the fulfillment of that karma. It can be the realization of our oneness with God. And so in spite of the fact that everything you have laid up must be carried out, that's a sad thing, but still, one part of us can supersede that law of karma, and we can escape, so to speak, into the omniscience of God. And so those things that we have laid up are there. But we should not worry about those things as much as the fact that we should cease from this moment on to lay up future causes which will have to be fulfilled. Realize that. What is done is done. Let us forget it. Except to remember that what we are doing from now on will have to be fulfilled. The law of karma will work. Therefore, we should watch those things we do, that they lay up desirable karma, and that our destiny, as the subject says, be better. We can do it, without question of a doubt. And so we are bound by the law of karma. But we can, as I have said, lay up new karma that's good, and that will bring desirable results. But still, if we have a bad karma, so to speak, let us remember the illustration of St. Francis, who didn't have a very good karma because he was blind, his body was racked with pain, he was weak. Still, what did he do? He healed the sick and raised the dead. How? Because he had superseded that karma, he was one with the infinite presence of God. So we can realize that thing, even no matter what your karma is, because no one can tell. That's the unknown quantity, so to speak, of human action. What's in store for us? Who cares if you have God? So that's the important thing to remember in destiny. Now, We have within us certain stored up or definite karmas, and which must be satisfied. We also have stored up within us certain and definite samskaras or tendencies, which will affect our action and thereby will influence our destiny. We have brought these things over. Some people, for instance, have a tendency to get mad easily. Some have a tendency to overeat. Some have a tendency to do this and to do that. Why? Because of their previous action, they have stored up within themselves these tendencies, and they will influence, without question of a doubt, our previous action. But the thing is, we have free will, and we can use our independent action either to follow those tendencies, if they're bad habits, they cause us lots of trouble, or to follow, or to rather oppose those bad tendencies and follow the good tendencies within us. These tendencies are good and bad. If you follow the evil tendencies, you lay up new undesirable karma. If you follow the good tendencies within you, you lay up good karma. And so you see, destiny, although it is a fact, also is flexible, so to speak, for which we are very thankful. We can alleviate our karma by knowing the presence of God, or we can